Welcome, everybody, to today's installment of Home Solutions. Thank you for listening. Happy Saturday to everybody out there. Hope you're enjoying finally a break from this rain and having a beautiful weekend here. Dennis Purvis with you, as always, from Pro 93 Home Solutions. And just a reminder, we are a locally owned, veteran-owned general contractor specializing in all things home improvement. Whether you need, small jobs like something done in your bathrooms, your kitchens. Maybe you need a new addition. Maybe you want to build a new home. We would love to help you out. Give us a call, 458-4135. And remember, we also got our clean team. Wendy and her crew are ready to help you with any of your residential or light commercial cleaning. We are a green clean team that specializes in no harsh chemicals, no chlorines, no ammonias, all natural cleaners, but guaranteed to take care of the job. Once again, that's 458-4135, or look us up online, pro93homesolutions.com. And for everybody out there in Facebook world, you should see a link right above there. Gideon's probably going to link us. Hit that. You can go right to our contact us through our Facebook page. Today, I'm excited because I've got an expert with us today to talk about something in a little over a year of doing this show we haven't had anybody in here to talk about. But today we're going to talk about carpets. We're going to talk about getting clean. We're going to talk about disinfecting, and maybe on everybody's mind right now. I don't know why, just with everything's going on. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome to Dewayne Wilson from Enviro-Clean right here in Cleveland. How you doing, brother?
Doing great. Thanks for having me out today. I appreciate it.
Brother, I appreciate you coming out. And so I'm really excited. We were talking a little bit before we came on. Haven't had anybody in your line of work on yet. I'm glad to have somebody that's not only local, but you cover pretty much, if you're listening to this, no matter how you're listening today, either on Mix 104.1 or 101.3 The Buzz, you're streaming on the Mix 104.1 app, or even if you're streaming online, chances are Dewayne and his crew can come help you out. You're in his market. You guys got offices in Cleveland and Chattanooga, correct?
That is correct, yes.
So this pretty much this whole Southeast Tennessee area is you said you'd go where you need to if the money was right?
That is correct. Yeah.
That's a business principle 101. So Dewayne, before we get into everything you guys do, tell us a little about your story. How'd you get into this, and talk to us how Enviroclean came to be.
Well, we don't have that much time, so I'll try to condense that down. I've been in this business 30 plus years. Started out actually cleaning carpets.
Wow.
So had no intention on being in the carpet cleaning business. Back then, I was with a franchise called ChemDry. Done that for 3 or 4 years, and just one day decided, hey, I could do this for myself.
Yeah.
Ended up, long story short, had about 10 franchises, 10 of the ChemDry franchises. Done that for several years. Big blessing, was a great deal. But we just, we found some better alternatives to go to, so we sold all the franchises, totally went independent with Enviro-Clean. We own that. It's a registered trademark, service mark.
Fantastic.
So we've been doing that for like 20 plus years.
Wow. Right here
in Cleveland.
And yes. So I guess, obviously we're talking a little bit before, there's tons of things that you guys do, but carpet cleaning is kind of the bread and butter, I would expect.
It is, absolutely.
What sets you guys apart from everybody else that's out there?
Well, a couple of different things sets us apart. Number one, the equipment we use. Everything we use it's top-notch, first-class equipment. We're actually one of the only companies probably within a 200, 300-mile radius that has it's called an Aerotech van, or it's actually a truck. It's not a van. Most of these units around here that you'll see any other companies they have vans.
Yeah.
This is an actual truck, and this unit, it's actually the largest carpet cleaning unit made on planet Earth. It's massive.
There you go.
And what that does, it creates way more heat than the average truck mount carpet cleaning machine, and it also slashes the drying times by like 70-80%.
Wow.
So you can get your carpet steam cleaned, sanitized, and dry in hours instead of days.
That's crazy. Which I'm assuming is where Enviro-Clean, the name, you guys are a little nicer to the environment would be if you're cutting those times down, and probably because of that extra power, cutting down on water and waste and stuff you're going to pull, right?
Absolutely. Yep, that is correct.
So folks, if you're looking for a greener option out there, or you're just looking for that, I've had my carpets cleaned in the house before, and it's always great but you got to tell, if you got kids, and you got to tell them you can't be on the carpet for a while because it's going to be wet.
Yep.
Cutting that drying time even by half, but being 70 to 80%. That you had to, when you found that technology, you had to be like, I want to see this thing.
Absolutely. I was a non-believer to actually done it.
Yeah, you get out there, it made a believer out of you. So I know carpet cleaning, we've talked about, is something everybody should do. Listen, I've got a house with a couple folks with asthma. And I know you have some other services that we'll talk about later in the show that you guys can help with that. But cleaning your carpet, just for everybody that's listening out there, what's recommended how often you should clean your carpets?
That's a great question, and that's going to vary per household. And obviously, the more people you have in the home, more pets you have in the home, more often you're going to have it clean. Right now, the average time that you should clean your carpets is around 14 months.
Okay.
And you want to you don't want to clean just because you can't stand the way they look. Carpets are actually a big filter in the house. They are filtering all the dust, hair, pet dander. Think about where you walk during the day. Out in the public places, if you don't take your shoes off right at the door, which most people don't, they have good intentions, but that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
you track that right across your carpets.
Oof.
So,
and I've seen
come out.
I've seen my vacuum cleaners, so I know what's in there. You know, we got pets, we got kids. High traffic is an understatement of my house, so I understand that. So depending on a case by case, if 14 months is the average, of course that can be sped up or lengthened out depending on what somebody's got going on in their house, correct?
It does, and it all depends on maintenance. We push all our clients, and most people, like I say, they've got great intentions. We push them all vacuum, vacuum, vacuum. The more often you vacuum that carpet, the longer you can go between cleanings, the longer the carpet's going to last, the longer the color in the carpet's going to reflect light. It's going to look better. So vacuum, vacuum, vacuum as much as you can on the carpet.
So parents, if you're listening right now, you have it from an expert. This is what he's done for over 20 years. Tell your kids, look, you're not just vacuuming because I told you to. We need to. The expert told us to. They've got a reason to go home and have everybody vacuum today. And so one thing that I heard a few years ago that kind of shocked me is talking about carpet cleaners. And that there are certain cleaners that you can buy at every store. And there's a buddy of mine was telling me there was a seal that if it doesn't have, it's something like the Carpet and Rug Institute or something, but basically there's a lot of chemicals and a lot of cleaners, name brands, that a lot of people would recognize that really, when it comes to cleaning a carpet, aren't any better than water. Is that true?
There is some truth to that, yes. There is some truth to that. We recommend, if you can't find anything, if you're at home and you have a spill, if by chance you have club soda, sounds crazy, but carbonated water.
Yeah,
it helps tremendously loosen the stain up, and take a white towel, blot it up. Or just basic, if you don't have anything, get the hottest water you can actually stand on your hand, put it on a white cloth, and that stain's probably going to come out if you get right to it. Just don't let it sit.
So all these years, my mama was right. Club soda can get anything out. She's a vinegar and club soda girl. Like she'll take whatever it is, little club soda, little vinegar. All right, so we've talked about carpet cleaning, but that's obviously not all you guys do. One of the things I want to move to, we talked about earlier about pets. You guys, one of the things that it says right on your website and your services is that surface cleaning will not remove odor and stains made by pets. Tell everybody why.
Well, what happens is when a pet goes, let's say, number one on your carpet.
Yes.
If you're first there, you're probably got great chances of getting that out. But when the pet first does that urine is actually it's alkalinity. That's where it's at on the pH scale. As it dries, it turns acid. Very acidy. It's got a lot of salt in it. So when that turns acid, it'll actually stain the carpet fibers. It'll turn the fibers color. Oh. That's why people get so disappointed, and they think, well, I'm going to come call an expert in. We're going to get the carpets clean, get the pet stains out, and sometimes they don't come out, and that's why they've just left it way too long and let that dry. If they would have gotten to it right when it happened, chances are that would have come right out for them.
And I think the other thing is, most indoor pets they go to the bathroom where they smell, they're marking territory. And if it's a place where they can get that smell, oh, this is where I can go to the bathroom. Yeah. And people don't realize that your carpet's not just your carpet. There's pad under there, which is a big sponge sometimes just to soak that stuff in if you don't get there right away, right?
Absolutely. And this is what a lot of people don't think about. Let's say they have a little dog that's 8 pounds. Oh, that's not much urine. Let's say he TT's only an ounce or two, but he goes there 20 times.
Yeah.
So suddenly that ounce or two turned into a gallon of urine. So removing a gallon of urine it's no easy feat to do. That you're going to have to totally flood the carpet and then do an extraction on it to even come close to getting that smell out.
And that's where Enviroclean comes in.
Yeah, we absolutely can do that.
So, folks, if it's above your pay grade, you got the man to call. How do they get a hold of you guys? What's the best contact number?
Area code 423-472-2578.
And your website?
Envirocleantn.com.
There you go. So we've talked a little bit about carpets. We've talked about pet stains. Let's go keep on that flooring thing, tile and grout. And that is one thing that probably, I hope my wife is not listening to this, because we've been trying to find something to get grout clean after a while. It just gets kind of literally above our pay grade. And talk about your process and what you guys do for that.
Well, we start off with we put a preconditioner the same as we do as carpet, only this is a lot more aggressive because it's a hard surface, so we don't have to worry about discoloring the tile or the grout. Obviously, grout's porous.
Yeah.
So we put the cleaner on the tile and grout, and then take it's called a floor machine, and it's fairly heavy. It's about 100 pounds. And so you scrub that tile, you scrub the grout, loosen all that debris up. So what's going to happen is when you put the cleaner on and scrub it, it'll emulsify. So it collects everything in the cleaner. Then we go over and actually steam clean it at about 1,200 PSI, 250 degrees, and it's extracted all back into the truck so that you don't leave anything on the tile. Tile and grout, 10, 15 minutes after we clean it, it's dry.
Wow.
So it does a really, really good job on tile cleaning.
So if you're out there today and you've got what used to be white grout, or maybe an off-white, and now it's a nice gray, yes, you probably need to give Dewayne and his team a call so they can get you scheduled. Now, how do you guys do estimates?
We primarily do them on the phone. We can quote carpet cleaning right on the phone. When you've done it for 30 years, you're going to be pretty darn good at it. And that's what we do. The tile and grout cleaning, it's by the square foot. So we would have to have a square foot to actually give a quote on that.
And then by the room, typically by the carpets?
Yes, by the room, absolutely.
Gotcha. So as far as we've talked about floors now, one other thing I see that you guys do, I've got one in my living room. We're on the hardwood, rug cleaning. Now, I know a lot of people, a lot of people are scared to death to have a pricey rug, an oriental rug, something they've spent some money on getting it clean, but really getting it professionally cleans what you want to do if you've spent that much money on a rug, correct?
Yep, absolutely. Especially if you've spent some money on a wool rug. Wool can hide up to a pound of dirt per square foot if it's a thick wool rug and you never see it.
How much?
1 pound.
Per square foot?
Yes. It's if you have a thick oriental rug, it's capable of hiding that much down in it where you don't even see it.
Well, that sounds fun. So every time somebody walks across it and releases some of that, that's just more dirt, dust,
absolutely,
particles. Good Lord. Listen, folks, if you're not getting convicted about get your rugs and carpets cleaned, I am. So maybe he's just here for me. But we're going to take a first break. When we come back, that's not all they do. That's it's kind of what we think about when we think about carpet cleaners. But they've got some great other things that they'll do for you, services they'll provide. So whatever you're doing, stick around. Give us about 90 seconds. We'll be right back. You're listening to Home Solutions right here on Mix 104.1 and 101.3 The Buzz. Are you tired of going to YouTube or Google for answers to your home improvement questions? Maybe you have more projects than you have time. No matter where you are in the process, Pro 93 Home Solutions is ready to serve you. Pro 93 is a local, veteran-owned company offering residential and commercial remodeling, cleaning, and security. Contact us today at 458-4135 or online at pro93homesolutions.com. Let the pros at Pro 93 find the solution for your home or business. That's 458-4135. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Home Solutions right here on Mix 1041, 1013 The Buzz. Dennis Purvis live and direct here in the Mix 1041 studio with Dewayne Wilson from Enviro-Clean, your local trusted carpet and floor cleaning, but that's not all. And before we get into some of your other services, right there during the break, you reminded me something you wanted to get out. We finished talking last segment about rug cleaning. If you got a standalone rug, oriental rug, a wool rug, a lot of those are pretty pricey. You want to take care of them. We learned that 1 square foot of those wool rugs could have a pound of dirt. I'm never going to forget that. Holy cow. But there's something else you wanted to mention about that you guys provide.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that with Oriental Rug Cleaning, we actually provide a pickup and delivery service. If you don't want to be bothered with us coming into the house and having to lay stuff down, wipe up, overspray off your floors, we can actually pick the rugs up, clean them, dry them in our shop, re-deliver them for you. Total convenience. You don't even have to fool with it. Just a phone call.
Folks, talking about a phone call, how do they get a hold of you, Dewayne?
The best number is area code 423-472-2578. Doesn't matter within, 50, 60 mile radius. You call that number, we'll take care of you. And
for everybody out there on Facebook world, we'll probably have a link. Gideon will have a link up here of their website, Facebook pages, so you can get through them that way. So we've talked about floors, but let's talk about upholstery. I didn't realize you guys did this. Talk about a little bit of, is that something you guys have always done, or is that something you guys have added?
I've always done it from the beginning. Any type of upholstered fabric cloth needs to be cleaned from time to time, especially upholstery. When you sit on it, you got a lot of natural body oils that come off your skin that get onto the fabric, or if you've got kids like a lot of people do, which keep us in business.
Yes,
pets,
yes.
They have sippy cups, whatever. That spills on the upholstery, we can take care of that. We get all that out of there. We totally steam clean the fabric and dry the cushions while we're actually working on the frame, so it's not too wet when we leave. So just a few hours after we leave, you can get back on that upholstery and resume your life.
Now, is that same sort of process that you would use for the carpets, rugs, that kind of thing?
It is. We use the same unit to clean with. We just switch attachments and switch cleaning chemicals as far as upholstered fabric.
Fantastic. So we've talked about carpet cleaning. We've talked about you got specialized pet stain and odor. If you've got pets, you've got some spots, you've got some issues, you need to give them a call. Tile and grout. We've talked about upholstery. We've talked about rug. So here's something that I can honestly tell you I've never heard of is mattress cleaning. I mean, I'm assuming I just assumed changing my sheets was mattress cleaning. Talk to us about what's involved with that and why somebody needs to do it.
Well, we primarily got into that because we didn't do it all along, but we're getting constant phone calls. Do you clean mattress? Do you clean mattress? I'm like, well, yeah, it's an upholstered fabric. So, yeah. So, primarily if kids have accidents on it or you spill something on it or for some reason, it just becomes stained over the years, we can go in and steam clean the whole mattress, but most people want the tops clean. That way they know it's actually cleaned and sanitized. We clean at the point of about 240 degrees at the surface. So, whatever you're sleeping on, sanitized and clean.
Yeah. And, it makes sense. Again, I said in the last segment, I've got some asthmatics in my home. And one of the things the pulmonologist told us was, you want to get dust mite wraps and things because there's so much dust and stuff. You talked about the oils and everything, what we're sitting on our upholstery. Well, we're sleeping in these things hopefully 8 hours every night, right? If we're getting a good night's sleep, we don't stop emitting dead skin, dust, everything else in the world. So it just seems to make sense. You'd want the place you're going to spend a lot of your time to be sanitized.
Yep. Yeah. Most of us don't realize we probably spend a third of our life in bed.
Yeah.
If we're lucky.
Yeah. So it's, I could see why that became a good business venture right there, I'm sure. And now I want to get into something that I'm actually very excited about hearing you talk about is air duct cleaning. We do a lot of restoration work. We do a lot of insurance work. And it's just in this last year, we've had 3 now. We went in after fire restoration to rebuild. And those 3 were started. 2 of them were literally, they traced it to the dryer vent.
Yes.
And the other one was somewhere in the duct line. And we don't think about, and then I watched a video from what that the insurance adjuster sent me to show me that it's not just debris and dust that becomes a fire hazard. There's mold, things you would never think about because, the air's going all the time. Well, we live in a pretty humid place. Condensation happens absolutely. Inside and out. Talk a little bit about air duct cleaning and what you guys do.
Well, primarily what we do take care of all the vent runs in the home. And most people just out of sight, out of mind type thing. They don't think about air duct cleaning.
Yeah.
But it does gather lots of dust. It gathers food particles from the kitchen. Grease settles down anywhere around the kitchen areas. And you might be surprised what you find in the vents. For instance, we done some air duct cleaning recently at a home that was built in the early 70s.
Oh, boy.
And I went in there and I pulled out 5 cans of old 1970s chewing tobacco cans that were in there. And a Pepsi can. This Pepsi can was aluminum, and I wish I had it and I could show you guys a picture of it.
Wow.
But I don't. There's some crazy stuff we find in there. But you are correct. Mold can get in there from condensation. That does happen. And we can clean that. We actually use a disinfectant fogger when we're finished cleaning it and run it through the entire system to sanitize and make sure everything's clean and there's no bacteria in there.
And then the same insurance adjuster that I was talking to has become a friend. He just says the longer your dryer vent exhaust, the longer the run, the more you need to pay attention to it.
That is correct. We get calls often for dryer vent cleanings, and that's one of the easiest things to clean. It's not that bad, but we probably get more lint out of that than we do air ducts, to be honest with you. It doesn't take long to clog a long run up. No, it doesn't.
And folks, look, if you're worried about that, one of the ways you can tell is do laundry on a cool morning and go out there and see if you're not seeing.
Yeah.
If you're not seeing if they've got the little flaps on them, if you're not seeing steam, you're not seeing anything come out, that's a pretty good sign you're creating a bottleneck somewhere.
Yeah,
or you've created one.
Warm air coming out that vent.
Yeah,
definitely.
So double check those things, folks, because those things become, left unattended. We don't think about it, but dryers are hot, right? And we don't think about it. Most of them are, metal. I can tell you from experience and having to go back and rebuild these things, for the cost it would be, would you rather do that or rebuild your home? These families were living in hotels for months while people were going back in. When you guys, with all your services, is there, any deals you got going on right now? I know I heard, I'm not trying to get some sort of discount out of you, but I am, because our listeners, it's fall. Any fall specials out there right now, Dwayne, for you guys?
We're going to do you guys a favor today. I'm going to this is the best deal I give of the year, and I just don't hand this out to anybody, but I'm going to give this to you guys today only. Well, I shouldn't say today only. If you call this week, typically we're going to 3 rooms of carpet normally cost you on average around $125. I've got a $99.95 minimum service call. If you'll clean 2 rooms, I'm going to clean 1 free if you will tell them you heard us on the Mix 104.
There you go, folks. Listen,
free room of carpet.
You're getting a free room. All you got to do is mention this show. Tell them you heard it on Mix 104, Buzz. You're streaming it. You heard Home Solutions. He was on the radio. Tell him about the deal. He will take care of you. Well, that is quite the deal and discount right there. We appreciate that. Yeah. So don't forget, if they need to call, how do they get a hold of you guys?
Best number is 423-472-2578, or you can find us on our Facebook page, and now we'll link you directly. You can link and call my phone from there, or you can find us on the web at EnviroCleanTN.com.
All right, so we've talked a lot about what you guys do. Have we missed any service that you guys do? Did we hit them all?
Yeah, we did. We pretty much hit them all. And if there's something you can think of that we haven't mentioned, call and ask. We may be able to help you on that as well. And so let's talk about something that I know is front and center to all of us right now, is talking about, how has COVID affected either your business or I would think disinfecting your home, cleaning your home, sanitizing your home, as you put it. What have you found during COVID? I know you guys have some precautions you guys have in place that you've put on your website.
talk a little bit about how COVID's affected what you guys do, and what are best practices right now for folks during this as we're navigating this.
Yeah. Well, obviously, if COVID first started, no one was aware of how it was going to affect us. So everybody was shut down for a couple of months.
Yep.
Even us. We wasn't sure what was going to happen.
I'm right there with you.
But,
would anybody even want us in their homes?
That is true. At first, nobody did want anybody. We didn't know. So none of us wanted anybody in our home but our immediate family. But since then, we have learned, and we do. Our sanitization has went up tremendously. As far as just cleaning goes, we still do a lot of cleaning, but we get customers asking if we can sanitize everything, and we do carry a microban type product that will kill coronavirus and some other disinfectants that we can actually fog through your AC system that will kill bacteria in your home.
Wow.
But we take all the precautions that CDC recommends. If you're not comfortable, we can use masks in your home. Our equipment is cleaned in between every job. We have some sterilization that we spray all the hoses, wands, anything we bring into your house is clean before it goes into someone else's house or goes into a commercial building.
And, that said, I know this is about the home, but you just brought up commercial. You guys don't just do residential. If someone's out there got a small business or an office, you guys would love to get an opportunity to talk to them as well, right?
Absolutely. We probably do 40% of our work in commercial buildings.
Yeah. Well, high traffic, sanitization, especially as things open back up. I bet the phone was ringing as people were starting to get...
Absolutely. We were doing tons of churches, businesses, banks, funeral homes, you name it. Everybody was being very precautious.
And there's one thing I wanted to ask you about that it's right there in big bold print: most thorough carpet cleaning ever, or it's free. You got a guarantee on your work, brother. Talk to the folks about that.
Yeah, we decided years ago to just totally put it out there for you. So it's a no risk guarantee for any of our customers. If you don't think it's the most thorough carpet clean you've ever seen in your life, there's no charge whatsoever. It's free.
And how many times have you had to take somebody up on that?
We actually have never. We never have.
And you know why? It's because you put it...
It's very impressive, to be honest with you, when you see what we do.
It's you put it out there. You're walking the walk. You're doing the thing, and having the... Because, we're your Cleveland office is the same location as ours. We share a location there at our building, and I see your guys coming in the evenings. I see them literally taking care of their trucks. I see what they're doing. I see, you don't see other places really take the time. I mean, they're cleaning a truck that was used for cleaning. It seems a little bit counterintuitive, but they're getting it ready for the next day. They're getting it ready for the next customer.
Yeah, that's right.
That's reassuring in itself. But that's why you've never had anybody come try to take you up on that guarantee, is because you guys take the right time.
Right.
How important is you to find and be able to train the right people?
That's number one, actually. And that's one way we're a little bit smaller company than we used to be. Years ago, we had like 6-8 trucks running around, and we've scaled back since then. And it's just much easier to keep a handle on who you hire, who's going into your customers' homes. And that's one thing we're proud of. We've never had an issue in 30 years with a customer. As far as technicians going in their homes, we've always had very reliable, trustworthy people, and we've gotten to know most of our customers now. They know when they call me, they know me. They'll ask for a technician by name.
Oh yeah, you become part of the family.
Yeah,
become part of the family, man, and that's a part of it. And I think a lot of that, Dewayne, goes to the way you've done business, the way you've chosen to conduct business, and I think that's a testament. Anybody that we provide a warranty on our work, and I feel like people are surprised sometimes when they find out that you offer that kind of thing. But listen, it's there because you want to set yourself apart. There's plenty of other places people can call, but we want to make sure we're taking care of our folks, taking care of them. You're in somebody's home and even their business. It's an intimate process. You're seeing everything when you're in there, right?
That is correct. And we go in parts of homes that most people don't even let their friends or relatives.
Yes.
We're very mannerly, and
it's the part where the doors are all shut and locked when the parties are happening. I got you, Dewayne. Listen, man, I really appreciate you coming in today. Thank you for giving it the time, and thank you for what you do. And I'm sure we'll be in touch, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
One more time, tell them how they get a hold of you guys.
Yep. Best way is a telephone call at 423-472-2578. And typically I'm answering the phone, so give me a call.
Listen, folks, The question I got for you is, why haven't you called Enviroclean? Give him a shot. He's got a guarantee, folks. Get it out there. And don't forget the fall special he gave you for this week only. Call the office. Tell them that you heard him here on the show today. You're getting one free room of carpet cleaning on the house. So take care of that. Listen, folks, I appreciate you guys taking the time this Saturday. Hope you have a great weekend. Go out there and get your honey-do list completed today, and enjoy this weather. Enjoy the start of fall. And until we talk next week, remember, love your family, love your neighbor. Let's all take care of one another. We'll see you next week. You've been listening to Home Solutions right here on Mix 104.1 and 101.3 The Buzz.